Franken. Off the bar, Akinfenwa! The Dons are level. AFC Wimbledon equalised through a Liverpool fan. Adebayo Akinfenwa.
And Wimbledon are down to one penalty kick to take them into the Football League. The fairy tale is complete, and the fans club that started less than 9 years ago are into the Football League.
How's it going, guys, and welcome to the first episode of my AFC Wimbledon Road to Glory Career Mode series. This is going to be episode 1, obviously, of this series, the first episode of my FIFA 16 Road to Glory. And if you don't know how this series works already, what we do is we like to take a team from League 2, and in this case, AFC Wimbledon won the vote, and they are going to be the team for this Road to Glory. I brought out a straw poll about a week or two ago, and the team that ended up winning from that straw poll for this Road to Glory team is, of course, AFC Wimbledon. They won by a huge margin, and they were closely followed behind by Wigan. But we are indeed going to be getting into this Road to Glory. I am very excited to start this off. Hopefully you guys are excited to watch this as well. I'm really pumped to get this going with AFC Wimbledon. I think we can do well with them. And with the players that they've got, I think we can really create a legacy here. And obviously, the first thing that we probably want to go ahead and do, we want to go into the pre-season tournament. That is going to be very important for us because it probably will, if we get far in a pre-season tournament, it will give us the cash that we need to invest in this team. It probably doesn't make sense to go with the first one, even though that's the least amount of prize money, because it's quite difficult. It's 2.5 stars. These other ones are 2 stars, so I'm probably going to go with the one that gives us the most money. We want to firstly see, though, what the Wimbledon board do want us to achieve this season. They want to get us to the round of 32 stage, and to be honest, I think that's probably doable with this side. That's if that includes the J-Paint trophy anyway, but for the league objective, they want us to finish mid-table. Obviously, we want to be going for a promotion. We're trying to get Wimbledon to the Premier League, and hopefully we can do that. Maybe we can actually do it in successive promotion as well. But I think an important thing to do now is assess the side that we have, see what players that we have, maybe players that we could bring in, and positions that are a little bit weak, and then players that we should probably sell on as well. Starting off, we have 3 goalkeepers here. 2 of them aren't really that good, although they could be good in the future, 22 and 21 years old. But it looks like we've got a 62 rated goalkeeper, 24 years old as our main goalkeeper. He looks decent, to be honest, but he is only 5'11", and that is a bit of an issue for goalkeepers. You want them to be big. We have an interesting one here as well. Barry Fuller, 61 rated, age 30. Maybe I'll keep him for the first season and then sell him on in the second season. Callum Wilson looks like a good player for the future, only 17, and I probably will end up training him a little bit. We also have this guy here, another right back. Not really the best. Maybe that's a position we need to strengthen in. But I believe we do have some good centre backs here. And actually, Paul Robinson was a player that was with Portsmouth last year when I was doing my Road to Glory. And we have an absolute tank of a centre back here. Carly Osborne, I believe that's how you say his name. Unfortunately, he's only on loan though. Will Nightingale, 19 years old, 56 overall. I may actually try and integrate him into the first team. Ryan Sweeney, probably a player I will look to loan out. We got John Meads there. A decent looking left back, 61 rated, 23 years old. Probably some room to grow. Same with Callum Kennedy. Maybe I could sell him though. A lot of youngsters here at AFC Wimbledon. Another 18-year-old, probably good for the future. George Francoum, our only and highest rated right midfielder. Jake Reeves, probably one of the better youngsters, if you can call him a youngster, here at AFC Wimbledon. 62 overall, and he's going to be a very important player for us this season. We've got this guy here, Danny Bullman. Probably won't look to play him too much. He's 36 years old. He's not retiring at the end of the season. This guy is only 17 and 47 overall, so either I look to train him, but most likely I probably will send him out on loan. And another low-rated central midfielder. It looks like we might need to invest in that position as well. Daniel Gallagher probably will end up getting loaned out. Tom Beer, I think that's how you say his name, 55 overall. Probably will loan him out as well. Not really looking too good there. Sean Rigg looks okay, to be honest. Physically, he looks really good, but apart from that, not really the best. Andy Barkham, another former Portsmouth player. and he's certainly going to be an important one for us. We've got Egli Kaja. I probably butchered that, but he is Albanian, and to be honest, he's our only central attacking midfielder, which I have noticed. So that's another position that we need to look at strengthening. But we certainly have a lot of firepower in this side. We really do have a lot of strikers to choose from. We've got Lyle Taylor. We've got Aziz there, who does have some good potential, only 21. Tom Elliott, I remember him because I actually tried to get him in my Portsmouth save, and he does look like a bit of a physical beast, to be honest. Not as much of a physical beast as Adebayo Akinfenwa himself. And a lot of you guys probably wanted me to do a Wimbledon career mode just because of this guy. He is absolutely incredible. 98 strength. That really is insane. I'm hoping he's going to tear apart those League 2 defences, but we'll have to wait and see. We've also got George Oakley, another striker. Probably won't get too much game time and will be loaned out. But we actually have a decent looking budget as well. A nice looking transfer budget there. 760,000 and 3,000 a week on the wage budget. I reckon we can do something with that. I am going to make my first approach for a player though. I'm going to try and go in for Mitchell Rose, the central midfielder from Mansfield Town. He could add a bit of bulk to our midfield, and he's only got a year remaining on his contract. So I'm hoping we can get him for a good price. And we will have to wait and see what Mansfield do say about this one. I am also looking to get in a new right midfielder. Obviously, that's a position we need to target, and we need to get in a bit of a better one. We've only got Francoum on that position. This time, I'm going to go ahead and offer 200,000. Although his wages, Billy King, he could be a bit of an issue, but he does have 5-star weak foot. He looks like a pretty decent player, to be honest. I'm also interested in getting in the Manchester City youngster, the Austrian central attacking midfielder. I'm not even going to try and say that name, but you know what I'm like. I like to go for players that I can't even pronounce their name. The good thing about this guy is he's got 2 years left on his contract. He's a future first team player, probably not in the plans of Man City, and we can get him for cheap as well. So hopefully we can tempt them to sell at 150,000. It's about hard bargaining in this series, and we've got to get the right price for players at the end of the day. But I'm going to go ahead and submit a 2-year loan deal for Matthew Grimes. I believe this guy could be a very good player for us. 5-star weak foot and a former League 2 player as well. I could try for a future fee of 300,000 after the 1-year loan deal. I know this guy's got a lot of potential, so I'm going to go for that. Scott Brown could be another good goalkeeping option. He's a squad rotation player at Aberdeen. His wages are pretty high, but he's only got 1 year left on his contract. But we've got a lot of young players that I'm looking to send out on loan. This guy, he could probably be a very good player. I know he's only 47 overall, but he's only 17, remember. I reckon this guy's going to develop very nicely for us. But these are the players that we're going to train for the first training session of this Road to Glory career mode. We're going to be training Akinfenwa, Reeves, Elliott, Kennedy and Nightingale, our young centre-back. I can just predict the comments already now. A lot of people asking me to train Akinfenwa. I'm going to give him some training, but I don't want to just overload on Akinfenwa training, because we've got to allow some growth for our younger players as well. I could be wrong, but I believe he's currently on loan from Chelsea. I'm not 100% sure about that. He might be, he might not be, I don't know, but they say that they want 300,000 for him. I'm going to go ahead and counter offer that one, 220,000. And let's just go ahead and hope that they accept this one. So this is how the side does look. This is our strongest starting 11. And we have quite a decent side to start off with. But we do need to make quite a lot of improvements. Mainly probably our CDM position, because both of these players, they are not defensive players whatsoever. And that may harm us in the next coming matches. Either way, hopefully we can bring in some players before the next few games that we do have coming up. Because we do have a thin squad, as well as having quite a lot of low-rated players in there. But this will be the first game that we will have. It's in the European International Cup, and it is against whatever team that is, probably some Swedish team of some sort. And we actually go ahead and get a 1-0 win, surprisingly enough, but Francoum does get injured, and that could be a bit of a worry, to be honest. A huge worry indeed. He's going to be out for 2 months. It looks like we're going to be needing to bring in some players on loan, because we're really going to be running short of players otherwise. Now that Francoum is out injured, we're going to need to bring in a replacement for him. And this guy here, Jordan Graham, does look like the man that could do the job for us. He fits the bill perfectly. He's young, he's quick, And he's got good potential as well. He's only going to be between 126,000 and 174,000 as well. We know he's going to be dirt cheap then, and I'm going to go ahead and submit a 180,000 bid. Another player that I'm looking to buy now that we know that Francoum is going to be out is Andre Green. I think he's going to be a bit too expensive for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and submit a 1-year loan deal. We obviously know that we don't really have that much of a defensive-minded midfielder, so Christian Bjelic may be a good player that we could sign on loan. Hopefully we will see some players go up in overall in this training session. And we got some good growth there from Nightingale, already going up in some really good stats there. We've just had a deal accepted for James Bree, a really young, really talented right back from Barnsley, 100,000 plus that 30-year-old right back that we do have at the club. We'll go ahead and give this guy a contract. We will give him the £1,000 he's already on. We've got to be saving money where we can, and hopefully he will go ahead and accept this deal. 5-year deal. We also have a transfer offer accepted for Billy King as well. This guy I really did want to bring to the club, and I'm so happy it's been accepted. We're going to go ahead and reduce his wage because we just got to do that. We've got to make cuts as and where we can. Sometimes they do accept a reduced wage, but 99 times out of 100, they don't. We've just got to give him everything else that's positive. A crucial first team player, 5-year deal, 20% goal bonus. He'll probably want the £3,000, but you know, you got to try things sometimes. But now we do have the next game in the European International Cup. Again, we're going to sim this. It's pre-season. We don't really need to worry about this too much. But of course, I don't mind winning. We get another win here. And we end up winning 2-1 against Vercelli. I think that's an Italian side, maybe a Serie B side. But another win, and it looks like we may have a chance of getting some extra funds. That's if we can get out the group stage anyway, but I guarantee we're going to have some emails after that. We do. And we have a loan offer accepted for a couple of players here. One for Bjelic. Bjelic is younger, and he's probably got a bit more potential, but he is a little bit more expensive on the wages. I would like to go for an option that probably not a lot of people would go for. Laurent Dos Santos does look a little bit better. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take a punt on this guy. We're going to go ahead and sign this guy from Guingamp. Only 2,000 on the wages. We needed a CDM. And I was going to go in for John Swift, but unfortunately, he did end up joining MK Dons instead of us. And we see there that he slots straight into the first team very nicely. He does look like a pretty decent player, to be honest. He's not really the most strong of CDMs, only 41 strength. And he's also got a bit of versatility about him. He can play as a fullback and also CDM. So that is good to know. And he's 62 overall as well. So that's an even bigger bonus. Lots and lots of loan offers accepted as well for other players. But I'm more interested in the transfer offer being accepted for this central attacking midfielder. Finally, we can go in for this Austrian midfielder. I will go ahead and give him a contract. I'll give him 3,000 a week. I just don't see him, well, accepting anything less than that. We'll give him crucial first team player. Billy King, unsurprisingly enough, does want the £3,000. And he's been a bit cheeky there, saying he wants £3,500. Bear in mind, we're a League 2 club. I don't think we can quite afford that. Well, we can afford that, but I'm not paying it. It's as simple as that. Billy King, I do want you to come to the club, accept this contract, and that would just be absolutely awesome if he does. But they've accepted the loan to buy bid decision for Matthew Grimes. So we are going to go ahead, or are we going to go ahead and bring him in? Oh, that is a bit of a tough one, isn't it? If I bring him in, he's going to absolutely destroy our transfer budget. And we've still got some other transfers waiting to go through. What I will do is I will stall it for now. And I'll probably let you guys decide in the comments down below whether you think we should sign him or not. Because bear in mind, we've also got that other right midfielder, Billy King, that looks like he could be joining the club. We're going to be having the third and final game in the pre-season of this episode. We're currently first out of 2 games. We've won both of our games, so have Brescia. So this is really who's better out of the 2 sides. The other 2 teams in the group are currently on 0 points. So hopefully they draw their match. And if we lose this one, it shouldn't matter too much. I've got a feeling we will lose, but hopefully the big man Akinfenwa can get on the score sheet for the first time this season. Oh my god, I just can't believe it. A 2-0 result. That is just absolute madness. Again, we get another win. That's 3 wins on the trot. And after that match, we do have a contract offer accepted from that Austrian attacking midfielder from Man City. Do I go ahead and accept it or should I not? We'll just have to wait and see. We've had that one accepted. We've got a deal accepted for Matt Grimes. So do we go for him instead? We could also sign Andre Green on loan. That would be a really good loan signing. He's a good young player and he would provide some good squad depth as well. Again, we've got another training session. I'm probably not going to train Akinfenwa anymore because he's probably not going to grow too much. Unless you guys want me to, then maybe I will do. Kennedy's gone up to a 62 overall, so already within the first episode of this career mode, we have a little bit of growth there in one of our fullbacks, I do believe. But this is going to be the end of the first episode of this AFC Wimbledon Road to Glory Career Mode series. And if you have enjoyed this first episode of this career mode, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. If we can get over 70 likes for the first episode, it's a big ask, but I know you guys can do it. You really like these Road to Glory series, and I reckon that you guys can nail 70 likes for the first episode. But apart from that, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed the first episode of this Road to Glory career mode, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.